With few hours left to the resume of parliamentary business, the Parliamentary Business Committee, chaired by the Speaker of Parliament, has for the last 1 week been in close meetings with both the leader of government business and the leader of opposition in Parliament. In this, they have been attempting to generate business for the House to start with and scanning through the unresolved business at the time it went on recess to consider what takes precedent when the House convenes. The office of the clerk to Parliament, by the time we went on air, had not communicated the priority business to start with when the House resumes on tomorrow. However, at the time the House went on recess mid-December last year, several unfinished business were left on the floor of Parliament and others at committee level awaiting submission to the office of the Speaker and subsequently to the House. At the end of mid-December, the Speaker of Parliament had promised the nation that a private member's bill, the Anti-homosexuality Bill, would be discussed and be passed into law by the House, which she said would be a Christmas gift to the country from Parliament. However, the Speaker's dream fell on its own weight and Ugandans lived never to see the bill. What is not clear is whether the Speaker offered hot air to the country, but common knowledge indicates that the bill fell short to appear on the floor of Parliament given the international pressure that were at play if the Ugandan Parliament dared passing the bill in question. Meanwhile, the oil-sharing bill is also in the offings. At the time the House went on recess, legislators had only made a breakthrough on passing the Oil and Gas Petroleum Production Bill. It held several challenges and issues that at the time of passing it. Last December, there were still matters choking in the throats of lawmakers who were agitating for a win-win situation. Disagreements ensued at one point. The Speaker even failed to control the House and fled her seat. However, if passed into law by the House, the Anti-corruption Bill will not act retrospectively. This literally means that the bill will not deal with those whom court has proven guilty and sentenced prior to the passing of it. Away from the Anti-corruption Bill, the House also left the Marriage and Divorce Bill pending. This also a way to be discussed and passed into law by the House. Women activists in the country have argued that the passing of this bill will enable several women in troubled wedlocks move out of them and start another new life. However, men are still opposed to it, following conditionalities involved in the bill, which include sharing of the wealth between husband and wife when court okays the divorce. Meanwhile, the Steward Finance Bill, which had several setbacks every time attempts to feature it on the floor of Parliament were made, is as well expected to be tabled. This bill intends to usurp the powers of the Budget Committee of Parliament. The controversial technicalities surrounding the Finance Bill once passed into law, the Budget Committee of Parliament will cease to exist and the powers of the committee will be shifted to the Ministry of Finance to do all the budgeting process and the financing details without Parliament input or queries. In spite of the several unresolved business in the House, Parliament is expected to receive a communication from the Speaker of Parliament as to why she turned a petition for the special recall of Parliament that was intended to iron out the standoff of the time between the Executive and Parliament. The standoff of the time shortly fell after the death of Butaleja woman MP Serena Nebanda. This left several legislators incarcerated in police detention facilities when they attempted to question circumstances under which the fallen legislators was killed using toxic drugs that were identified to be heroin, morphine and cocaine. Timothy Sibasi, the Television, Parliament.